anyways, let's get going. It's 3:03. Welcome to the Midea webinar, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm Steve. I'm with Empire Equipment. I manage the Empire program, Midea program for Empire. On the screen with us, you see Gino Icabella from Midea, Ken McGar from Midea. Also with us is Dominic Adorno. Dominic is he's with Empire Group, works on the West Coast, based in California. And Larry Hatch here with me in Raleigh, North Carolina. So Christine and Melissa, thank you for allowing us this opportunity to review the Midea brand. I think we have tremendous potential with your group, and hopefully after the next 30 minutes or so, your members will feel the same way. So I'm going to share my screen, and I have a presentation that we are going to go through. So let me know everybody can see this.
Got it.
Gino, can you see that?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
We got it.
All right, so we're going to talk about Midea microwave ovens. And some of you members, some of the Horizon members have purchased the Midea before. Others have not. And just some of the feedback I get, it's important to note that some of the Horizon members are continuing to buy Amana. They're continuing to buy Panasonic, Sharp, great ovens. But I can tell you this, and I guess we really need to be honest with ourselves. We're not the size of, let's say, a major next-gen dealer or a CIFA dealer. And if you honestly think you're going to get the same kind of discount with competitive brands as those members do, I think you're sadly mistaken. But with this brand here, you have a price advantage. And I think it's imperative after we go through this to show that it's important to support the Horizon brands, buy within the group. It is so important. Christine and Melissa and Wilma, they do a wonderful job, and they negotiate on your behalf every single day. And we need to support that. Support this group, Midea, support True that we represent, support some of the other brands that Melissa and Christine and Wilma have negotiated. So that's kind of a repeating line here with this, but I wanted to start out by saying, who is Midea? Now, some people have never heard of the name, but it's a $41 billion a year company. That's in 2020. They're number 288 on the global Fortune 500 list, over 100,000 employees. And what you probably do not know, they are not only the world's largest manufacturer of microwaves, they're the world's largest manufacturer of appliances. They spent most of their existence building ovens for other people. And you may not know the name, but know the products they make. And just here's some of the names. You probably heard this: Solway, General, Amazon Essentials, Kenwood. I don't have to read through the list, but these are just some of the brands that they have manufactured previously during their existence. But what they've done 4 or 5 years ago, they really wanted to market their own named oven, the Midea oven. They're making a push into North America, and if you probably see some of the white goods out there. I'll give you an example. I was at a Sam's Club the other day on a Saturday, walking down the aisles, and I saw the Midea dehumidifiers in there. And you see some of these, whether they're refrigerators in a Home Depot or a Lowe's or a dehumidifier at Sam's. You're going to start seeing more and more of this Midea brand out there, and it's really important. For the visibility. They want visibility. They want to grow in North America, and commercial microwaves are part of their strategy. So Empire Equipment. We are the North American importer, national wholesaler for the Midea brand. Empire is made up of Empire Equipment. Empire Group is Empire Equipment, True Temp, Norms Refrigeration, and PMA. We have 8 warehouse locations: Goldsboro, North Carolina, Laurel, Maryland, Atlanta, Georgia, Lakeland, Florida, Phoenix, Houston, Anaheim, and Oakland. I have Larry, when someone wants to admit. Yep. I have inventory in each one of these locations. It varies though. Goldsboro, Atlanta, Anaheim, and Phoenix. It's really where I keep a lot of my 1025 series, my 1034 series, but there is Midea inventory in each one of these locations. And just as a reminder, just click on it, Mitt.
Oh, let me see that. Sorry. It's so low. Sorry.
It's up there.
I'll get it right next time.
So it's important to recognize that Empire Equipment supplies the Horizon Group with true refrigeration, Kelvinator, Everpure water filtration, and Midea. We are a one-stop shop in many different categories. So your Midea program, previously in when we first started, Christine, when did we start? I think it was 2019, maybe it was 2018. But you had,
yeah, I think it was 19.
was it 19? Well, you had three price buckets. You had 50, 10, 50, 10, and 5, and 50 and 20. And it varied from how much you purchased. And you know, I really wanted to simplify it. I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive and started out with your base price being at a 50 and 20 discount. And then at 24 more, give you additional 5% with a 50, 20, and 5. And I can tell you, and when we get through some of the additional slides here, you're going to see how aggressive this is, not only with the Midea ovens, but compared to the competition in the field. We have a $5,000 free freight threshold, and I'm sure, as a matter of fact, this past few days, that's all we've been talking about here in Raleigh is freight and how expensive it is, and trying to negotiate different rates with different people. It is expensive. So if you can take advantage of that free freight, go ahead. The other thing that's important to note, we have True, Kelvinator, Everpure, and Midea. You can bundle those. So for you Horizon members, if you're buying a piece of True refrigeration and you need to throw on a few microwaves, feel free to do it. They'll ride free, and you can take advantage and leverage this brand. You can take advantage of the programs that we offer. We pride ourselves on a few things. One, we have inventory across the country. We can ship anywhere, 1 to 3 day lead time with in-stock items anywhere in the US, and we have a single point of contact. Our contact for the Horizon Group, a girl named Tammy Singleton, she does a wonderful job. She knows all the dealers, all the programs. So when you call in, she may not know you personally, but she knows who you are, your location, what buying group you're in, and in the program. She's fantastic. Empire is the fastest growing microwave supplier in the US, and I should say Midea is probably the fastest growing microwave company in the US.
Probably.
Yeah, and you know, we are actively soliciting, actively selling, and that's not to take anything away from our competitors, because they do a great job. They really do. Good ovens, good people. But you know, they just go along taking orders. I mean, I've been on the other side as well, and I know what it's like, and I know what it's like being here. We're trying to, when we first started, Christine, you remember, it was like we were waiting for that first order to come in. We're watching the email or the fax machine. You know, we got an order for one oven. It was like a big deal, you know, and we've come a long way since then.
Oh, yeah.
And we are growing, and we are growing. So with this particular program, our Midea program for Horizon, everything must go through Empire. So orders from local distributors do not qualify. Some of your members know some of our sub-distributors. They're great people. However, this program has to come through us. And the reason being, it's really a pricing issue, and it's a cost thing more than anything else. And it has to be done this way. I mean, I have to make something, I have to keep my lights on, and we want to make sure you are competitive in the field. So it has to be done this way. You're going to buy typically 4 ovens. These two here, these are our entry-level 1,000-watt ovens, our 1025 series. The other 4, the other 2 you're going to buy are the 1034 series, and I'm going to show those in the next slide. But you'll see here, so oven on the left is our 1025F0A. And so the nomenclature that you have, that we have, it's pretty simple to operate. The 1025, so the 10, pretty simple, that's 1,000 watt. The 25 is 25 liter. So 25 liter is simply a 0.9 cubic foot oven. And the F and A are factory designation, but the 0, think of the 0, it looks like a dial. So the 0 looks like a dial, it's a dial. The 1, on the other hand, is a computer program. Pretty simple. So the 1025F0A, our entry-level dial oven, has a $540 list price. The competitive models that we see in the industry today from the big three, Amana, Panasonic, and Sharp, those are the model numbers. And that's the current list price in the market today, 2022. So
that's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a major difference. And if you look at, if you have a calculator out, and if you're questioning, we are live in auto quotes, and look at everything in auto quotes, you look at the list price, and I'm sure you have discounts from our competitors. Look at and then compare ours, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. On the 1025F1A, and what is the 1? The 1 is a computer program. Remember, the 0 looks like a dial, so that's a dial oven. The 1A is a computer program. And the list price on our oven is $614. Again, the big three competitive ovens on the bottom, Amana, Panasonic, and Sharp, those are the model numbers. And that's the list price. Now, what I can do, I have additional features and benefits comparing each oven. So, Christine, I'll send that to you, and I'll let you or Melissa send it out to your group. It really kind of breaks it down. This is the I guess what they call the 40,000 foot view, but I can really kind of dissect it and go into, you know, how long the cord is, whether it's a bottom energy feed or a top energy feed, grab and go door handle. We can go into that, and I think it's important, especially for the selling features for your members. So I'll go ahead and do that.
I agree. I think the more information that the dealers have and the more familiar they are with your product, the easier it will be for them to let their customers know that the reasons why they want a Midea and not one of the competitors.
Exactly. So I forgot to mention, and I think I have maybe another slide. The Midea microwaves are all stainless steel. And our competitors, all of them can't say that. We are all stainless steel. And that's an important feature. It's a safety feature, cleaning feature, but they're all stainless in and out, not just exterior. So here are 1.2 cubic foot ovens, 1,000 watt. This is a bigger internal cavity. You know, for the longest time, I've been in the commercial microwave oven cavity for 25 plus years, and for years, and I guess I was afraid to say anything. I was embarrassed. People would say, "Oh, it's a 0.8 cubic foot. It's a 1.2 cubic foot. It's a, you know, whatever cubic foot." And it just, for me, I just couldn't get my arms around how big that was, or how small it was, or what size was 1.2 cubic feet. I still can't. But I did some digging, and the best analogy I can describe is that if you had a Nike shoebox, that's roughly a 1.0 cubic foot box. So think of an internal cavity of 1.0 is the size of about a Nike shoebox. And to me, it makes sense. So if we have a 0.9 cubic foot on our, there it is, on our 1025 series, that's a little bit smaller internal cavity than that Nike shoebox. And then we have our 1.2 cubic foot cavity is a little bit bigger than that 1.0 Nike shoebox. And, you know, it's a future conversation. What would you put in this oven versus the 0.9 cubic foot oven? And we can have that conversation. It could be a lot of customer preference. It could be maybe perhaps a menu item, maybe a soup container or something like that. But customers will usually tell you what they're doing, but I also have a list of items that you may see in this oven versus the smaller oven. And it's good selling features. So this is our 1.2 cubic foot entry-level 1,000-watt ovens. This is our 1034 series. So let's start again. The 10 is 1,000 watt. The 34 is a 34 liter, and 34 liter equates to 1.2 cubic feet. The N is a factory designation. The 0 is what? Well, what did I say earlier? The 0 looks like a dial. It is a dial, so it's a 0. And then the A is also a factory designation. The list on the dial oven is $810. Interesting here, when you look at the competitive nature in this category, that Amana is really the only one that has a competitive model. And that list price is $1155, and no equivalent from Panasonic or Sharp. It's pretty interesting, I think, when you look at that. And I can tell you the 1025 series that you saw on the previous slide, and these two ovens here, excuse me, are the most popular ovens we carry. This represents the bulk of my inventory. And as a matter of fact, I am receiving 6 containers in the next 2 weeks, and they consist of these 4 ovens that you see. Previous slide and this slide. The next oven is the 1034 N1A. So again, 10 is 1,000 watt. 34 is 34 liter. N is a factory designation. The 1 is the computer program. So that's the control panel, and that figure. 1 is computer program. A 0 is a dial. And the A, the last note, is that's a factory designation. $972 list. Look at the competitive landscape. You see the Amana oven, that RCS 10TS, very good oven, has a list price of $1415. No equivalents on Panasonic or Sharp. And this is really the bulk. Well, I say, well, it is the bulk of the microwave oven category. 80% of the business you're going to find in these two markets here. And again, if you're buying a microwave, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a microwave. If you're buying anything outside of the Horizon Group, in other words, if you're buying anything that is not in the group, not associated with a group, doesn't have a program with a group, you're losing money. And you do not have a competitive advantage. If you're buying things within the group, and I'm sure Christine and Melissa have touched on this on numerous different occasions, if you're buying things within the group, there are benefits to buying groups. Utilize them. You have competitive pricing. You can leverage brands. You can bundle here. There are tremendous advantages. And I think the challenge that we have had when we launched Midea was the fact that perhaps we weren't necessarily recognized in the industry. Well, 4 years later, I can tell you we are recognized in the industry. And I think you can see just from the few slides I'm showing here, we have a very competitive brand and a wonderful lineup. Where we are today, we are in the number 4 position in the commercial microwave oven category. Now, remind you, this is what we've done in 4 years. 12 distributors, sub-distributors in 50 states. I have representation, Canada, Mexico, Central, and South America. We have oven specifications in several major chain accounts. What that means is these several chains are using the Midea brand, whether it's a 1217 G1A or a 1800 watt oven. That is their specification in that quick serve, casual dining, or fast casual establishment. And that gives us great credibility when we have major chains buying our ovens. I'm sure many of you received the FE&R and the FE&S magazines. You probably have noticed the ads that we put in there monthly, and I believe we alternate them, and that may be something that I think, Gino, we alternate those ads, one magazine 1 month and one magazine the other month, but they're great ads, has wonderful information, and we are very aggressive in our marketing. We have over 500,000 LinkedIn impressions. We're active in auto quotes. We have over 170 inside and outside sales reps, and that is sub-distributors, inside, outside, that's everybody. And we have over $2 million in inventory right now, with all of our Midea products. So this is where I estimate we are today in the market share. So of course, Mana being number one. And this is based on I guess an $80 million a year category. You know, commercial microwaves run anywhere between $80 million a year to $120 million a year. Past year or two has been down just because of the COVID situation. And we had inventory while others didn't. And one thing we've done with the factory is we've made a conscious effort to invest, to buy, to receive containers, to put stock in 8 of our locations, because we know it's going to have a benefit, and it's already shown that we have a benefit because of that.
Yeah.
If you look at this market share, and this is where I estimate we are right now, we're running at about 9% market share. And people say, Gus, if you just, look, we took a lot of business coming in. Can we get someone coming in? We received a lot of business, and from customers saying, hey, you know, I can't get it, I need something fast. I mean, who wants to wait 2 weeks, a month for 12 microwaves? No one. I don't. I mean, when I want to buy something, if I go to, and I love going to Home Depot, and I love going to Lowe's, I love those. If they don't have something, but if I need a hammer, and they don't have the hammer, the Stanley hammer that I want to buy, I'm going to buy a hammer. I mean, it's a bad analogy, but it's true. No one wants to wait a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks for a microwave. When they're calling you, they want it now. And we have it. And that's an important part of our strategy in 2022. Look at our competition. And I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know. And it's not just with microwave ovens. What do you hear? Well, I'm out of stock. I'm out of stock. I'm out of stock. I'm out of stock. We're fighting it now. I mean, we're an international importer, and we're a wholesale distributor, and we have suppliers, and that's what we're hearing. But Midea has been great. Midea builds ovens for us. They've been a wonderful partner, and you know, the costs they vary just because that's the kind of situation we're in right now. But we are getting ovens, and we do have inventory. So why Midea? Well, we have best-in-class pricing. I think if you look at some of the previous slides, and I'm going to send this presentation to Christine and to Melissa, and I'm sure they'll send it out to everybody. Of course, Christine, I think you're going to put this on the YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
You're recording this. But we have best-in-class pricing, and I urge you to look at our pricing, look at your discounts, and compare. Okay? And when you compare, don't think of us as any less of a brand. We're not. We're an all stainless product from a company that is the largest microwave manufacturer in the world. All stainless steel. We have an exchange warranty. It's pretty simple. If a customer has an oven that goes down, they call a toll-free number. They provide some basic information, who you are, what's the name of your establishment, your location, your phone number, your email address. We take that information down. Empire Equipment is responsible for shipping the exchange oven. And if we get the exchange information by 3 p.m. Eastern time from Midea, we ship that exchange warranty out that day. And depending on the location, let's say it's in California, we'll ship it from Anaheim. If it's in New York, we'll ship it from Goldsboro. So we try to minimize the downtime. We are a Fortune 500 company, Midea is. We have ovens in stock and ready to ship. We have $2 million in inventory, 8 warehouse locations. And if you haven't seen our boxes, we are retail ready. Our boxes, it's a 4-color box. It's a very, very attractive box, great for retail. And we are the world's largest Appliance and Microwave Oven Company. So what's new? High-speed oven. I don't know if anybody knew that Midea had a high-speed oven. Well, here it is. It's low-cost high-speed oven. We can toast a sub in 45 seconds. We can finish off a 12-inch frozen pizza in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And we can compete quite favorably with Turbo Chef, Mary Chef, and Amana. And when I say quite favorably, look at the pricing on this oven and compare that with the competitors. Again, this isn't any less of an oven because of price. This is a unique oven that has an 8-inch touchscreen. It has dual impeachment. It has inverter technology with the microwaves. And if you don't understand what inverter technology is, but it provides a very even microwave heat, and coupled with induction impingement air, you can do that. You can toast a sub in 45 seconds and a frozen 12-inch pizza in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, inverter microwave, I guess the best way to describe it, think of it like this. Microwaves right now, if you were home and you put your microwave on 50% power, and then you shut the door, well, you can hear it. The microwave's on, and then it's off, and it's on, and then it's off. That's 50% power on a standard microwave. On an inverter microwave, it's true 50% power. It's like walking into a lighted room and dimming the lights half. The light is still on. It's not pulsing on and off and on and off. It's at 50% power. That's called inverter microwave. And in this oven here, it is unique in the high-speed oven category. And the results of any sort of menu item are fantastic. Don't be afraid of this oven. Ken McGar is on this video. He is our corporate chef. He can support you with menu analysis, menu development, you name it. And we're here to support each Horizon member. So take advantage of this. It is a great piece. And I have a bunch of these in stock in Goldsboro. I have, I think 24 in Anaheim. I have them all across the country. And we love shipping these out. We love putting them in place. And we're happy to discuss menus and things like that with your customers. So what else is new? We have the industry first scanning oven. What's a scanning oven? You probably look at it and say, wait a second, does that oven actually scan the barcode and then cook it? Well, yes, exactly it does. That's exactly what it does. Each oven comes with software. Now, it's important to note, it doesn't automatically scan every known UPC that man has ever created. It's impossible. You have to enter this information into the software, and then you can download it into this oven. And it is very simple to do. If you had a chain, or let's say you had 6 ovens in 6 different locations, and you needed help changing the menu item, call us. I'll do it for you. I can change the program here. I can email it. I can email it to each store. I can tell each customer to take a flash drive, plug it into the computer, download the software, and we have you can download it into the machine itself. So it's very simple. So, and it's $130 upcharge from your standard 1200 watt oven. So the upcharge is really minor compared to your regular 1200 watt oven.
I know.
What else is new? I bet you guys didn't know about this. We're going to come out with some induction cooktops. We're excited about this. These are on order. I mean,
The wire or the phone's no good.
what's that?
What happened now?
Hello? Okay. I didn't know who that was. Induction cooktops, I expect these to arrive in April. They may be ready in April, but most likely May 2022. 3 models, an 1800 watt, 3400 watt, and a 3400 watt wok. In support, the 1800 watt is 120 volt, the 3400 watt is 240. And that wok range comes with that pan. And these are built like battleships. They're wonderful. You're going to be able to compete with the big guys, Vanco, Garland, Bond Chef. I mean, compete with all of them. And if you look at the list, look at your discounts, they're fully rebatable. They're part of the Horizon program. Again, more things that you can sell, that you can compete with the big guys out there. So great stuff, great stuff. And as a reminder, from Empire Equipment, you can get True, you can get Kelvinator, you can get Everpure, and you can get Midea. And if you need any of those, you can also bundle it. So if you need a True refrigerator and, oh gosh, I need a couple microwaves, throw them on. We'll ship them free with that True piece. So a recap. Midea has a full line of microwaves. We have 1,000 watts, 1,200 watts, 1,800, 2,100. We have a high-speed oven. We have induction cooktops. We are a full service food service equipment supplier. Midea has become a major player in the commercial microwave oven category. We can compete, guys. We compete with the big three. We have a wonderful line. It's all, as I said earlier, it's all stainless steel. And again, just because we're new and just because we have very competitive pricing, don't think of any less of our equipment. This equipment is built by the largest microwave manufacturer in the world. They know what they're doing. And you know, when we started this, the factory has been outstanding. They say, what do you guys need to compete? And we gave them about 12 bullet points. We need this, 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 and this, and they did it for us. They are a great factory to work with. And, you know, we started out 4 years ago, we'd sell 2 ovens a week. Now, I get $2 million in inventory, and I'm about to receive another $1.5 million. So we're moving fast. All right, we have ovens in stock and we're ready to ship. We're all stainless steel. And it's important, everybody on this call or anybody listening via video, support your group, buy within the group. There's a reason why you joined Horizon. And the reason is, take advantages of these negotiated programs, take advantages of the pricing, take advantage of the rebates. There's a reason why you did it. Use those advantages, leverage things. You can compete quite favorably. Look, just so everybody knows, I was a dealer. I was a dealer when I first started. And I played all those games. Oh, I can't compete because of this. I can't compete because of that. You can compete. And Christine and Melissa have negotiated programs so you can be very competitive in the field. So with that, that's the end of our presentation today. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Let me see and I'll open this up to any questions anybody may have. And if not, we got a couple things.
Steve, that was terrific. It's Christine. My computer froze. I'm in Melissa's office now.
So, I mean, we're happy to help any way we can. You know, I'll follow up with an email and some other supporting documentation, Christine. I think the Horizon Group in general, we've just basically scratched the surface in support of Midea. I would love to get you guys fully on board because I really believe that each one of your members can compete, as I've said on this, quite favorably with the big guys out there. And we have, if you look at our ovens and you compare our ovens with the quality, you'd be amazed.
It is a tremendous opportunity for our dealers, not only to make margins, but to become the just jewel of their customer's eye, because they're going to solve their customer's problem really with a great product at a really good price. And next time their customer has a question or needs something, well, they're going to remember that, hey, they really helped me out. I'm going to call on them again.
Yep. So appreciate everybody's time. Christine, Melissa, thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
from us. And again, if you have microwave questions, send me an email, a text message, or whatever. We're happy to help. So with that, thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
Steve.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Kim.
Bye, everybody.
I'm waving. You're